You understand? It's winning Wednesday. You hear me? It's winning Wednesday. Let's go. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, did you miss me? Huh? Now you ain't gonna miss me, but you gonna miss the champ, man. He said he hanging him up, man. Huh? What else you expect him to do, huh? He done it all. Mr. Do It All. Mr. Make It Happen. Huh? Mr. Make It Eat Your Words. Let's go, Bud. Shout out to that boy, Bud Crawford, man. The champ, the man, the myth, the legend, Terrence, Bud Crawford. Northside, stand up. Omaha's on. You hear me? Yes, sir. Let's go, man. Come on, man. Hey. Like I say, this is Winners Wednesday. You know what I mean? First, I want to dedicate this show to the champ. You know what I mean? I want to dedicate this show to my son. He turned 21 today. Shout out to Kari Boy Davis. 21 years ago, man. You seen the champ holding him back when he was making the trials. You know what I mean? So you know he goes way back. You know what I mean? I've been with the champ since he was 7, man, and it's been a pleasure ever since. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Man, come on. Like I say, I already knew what was happening. I didn't know when he was going to make the announcement, but the way he do it, like he does it always his way, and it's classy. You know what I'm saying? The champ is just a classy champ. You know, man, what else can I say? Y'all gonna miss him, man. Y'all gonna miss him now. It's like miss me when I'm gone. Miss me when I'm gone, gone, gone. But you know what I'm saying? The kid is still influential in the sport. You know, he's making moves, you know what I mean? By standing up to the organizations, by standing up to the promoters. And, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much airing their dirty laundry. So not only is, you know what I mean, he was a great fighter, but now he's going into activism. You know, he's in somewhat of an activist. You know what I mean? And I want to say this too. You know, he doing this at a right time because I was just thinking, you know, how he has done it his own way, and Crawford never really bucked the system where they could blackball him all the way. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing you got to do is just keep winning. It caught me by storm. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about other fighters who, you know, kind of opened up the door for them to be blackballed and to you know, to not get their full potential in their careers, you know, by getting blocked. And Crawford, like I said, you know, I think he's a guy that stands on his own too, but he knows how to go about it. You know, he did everything right. You know, Top Rank was upset about him. You know what I mean? Because he was a tough negotiator, you know, and they tried to put out things about him that wasn't true, you know, and but he didn't handle it in a way to really ruffle the feathers. He just kept winning and put the truth to their face. So shout out to Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Broke away from them guys and went to the stars like, you know, they was holding back. They was holding him down. They didn't want him to go. I don't know why they didn't want to go. Boom. But the Lord shot him up like he always do. Shout out to Bud Crawford, man. Shout out to Team Crawford, period. You know what I mean? It's been a wonderful journey. Watching those guys, you know, we've been in the gym grinding, you know what I mean, from nothing. You know what I'm saying? You see the clips of them. You see, man, you see, man. Donnell, what's good, baby? Yes, sir. You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, where was you when you first seen Bud Crawford? Where was you? Was it Gamboa? Was it Ricky Burns? Where was you? You know, I was talking to another fella of mine, one of my good friends and one of the great trainers in the sport right now, up and coming trainers, and Prentice Brewer, who also had a match with Crawford in the ringside, and he was just telling me, he tell that story every time. He said, I was #1 in the country. I was coming off the gold medal from international competition, and this guy just beat me. You know what I'm saying? He just soundly beat me, and I said, who the hell is that? Almost like Timothy Brad, like, where this guy come from? Man, goddamn, this guy good as hell. And so like I was saying, we was thinking, you know, Crawford, Crawford, I don't think he get enough credit for his skill set. You know, Crawford is a dynamic fighter. You know, you say about who he's fought, right? And he beat some really good fighters and some great fighters. Okay, now, but the knock on him still is, watch how he takes guys apart. That's the thing about Crawford. Watch, a lot of people don't know what they're looking at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these comment guys that's commenting and saying things and running with narratives, you know. And like he said, you know, sometimes they don't want to believe. It's certain things they don't want to believe. They don't want to see it. but it's all in your face. He's great. 3-time undisputed champion. Even bitch-ass Tio tried to take he ain't 3-time undisputed because he didn't pay the money. He beat the undisputed champ. It don't fucking matter. You motherfuckers worrying about a fucking belt. He beat the undisputed fucking champ. That means he took it. Motherfucker, he had to pay for it. He won it. Ain't nothing you pay for. You win it. You motherfuckers. Okay. All right, excuse my language. All right, so here we go. Anyway, man, shout out to Bud Crawford, man. I mean, this guy, man, dang. Amazing in there, man. Amazing in there, man. Amazing in there. And if you listen to him, you know, you listen to his thought process. You listen to the way he thinks, you know. Like he said, I was watching some clip, and he said, you know, I decided that I wasn't going to go out like the rest of the fighters, you know. I wasn't going to be a partier. I wasn't going to be, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to end up like those guys. You know, I didn't want to partake in those type of activities because I see where it led you, you know, whether it be the fighters, whether it be the family, you know. Always giving the flowers to the fighters, never taking away from the fighters. And, you know, I talk a lot of shit about the fighters, and we, like I say, we have a little spats about that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, boxing is a hard sport, and I respect all the fighters. And, you know, but again, you know, sometimes the good fighters, the really good fighters are rated on a high spectrum, and, you know, they hold it to a higher standard. And sometimes, you know what I mean? It be like that, you know. That's just the way life is. The way life is, you know. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So, but at any rate, definitely give a shout out to the fighters. Can't take away from a fighter. And Crawford is the best of the best, ambassador of the sport. Hear me, ambassador of the sport. So he going higher. He like Ali with this shit, huh? He like Ali with this shit. He ain't doing it for him. He doing it for y'all, huh? He doing it for y'all, man. God, man, y'all better. Man, listen, man. When you see him shake his hand, when you see him hug him, when you see him thank him, huh? I'm telling you, Crawford, man, is a wonder, man. Crawford is a wonder. And I'm so proud of the way the man he's become, the fella that he's become, man. I mean, this guy's really grown. This guy's really mature. I mean, man, Crawford is just, all you do is this. This all you do. All you do is this, you know. I'm watching Crawford. Man, you watch Crawford, man, you watching something special right there. Just true story, like I'm saying, you know, God's gift, you know, God's gift, Crawford, man, with that boxing, man, Crawford, God's gift, man. Oh, man, Crawford, man, Crawford, just the best. What else can I say? Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. And like I say, I've been watching this kid since he was about 7 years old. And just like all these other guys, I said, we went to the gyms about 95, February or so. Maybe March, could have been, whatever, a couple weeks after I started. And like I say, he sparred with my brother. It was all us. It was a few of us. And he sparred with my brother. And my brother, you know, we had already been boxing at home. Not in the gym, but at home. So we already been boxing. And my brother had a little reputation. And he was about 1.5 years older than him, too. About 1.5 years older than, maybe 2 years. Was he September 87, Kobe 85, December. So he almost about 2 years older than him. So Bud about 7, Kobe about 9. A little taller. But, I mean, just the weight, the tenacity that he had, the willingness to fight, and you know what I mean? And man, he still wanted Kobe. Even though Kobe outboxed him a little bit, he still wanted Kobe. So I left thinking about this kid. I said, oh, this guy's really good. You know, he got a lot of guts in him, and I like that about him. That's my first thing. And, you know, if you know how Crawford is, he's very competitive. And I seen that at an early age. That was 7 years old. He was about 7 years old, right? I was about 14, I think, 13, turning 14. So like I'm saying, I seen it then. And as we progressed, you know what I'm saying, he did take a little absence from the gym before he could really get started good. And then he came back about 12. So he missed about 3-4 years in the gym. And then, you know, he came back to the gym, and, man, he just went from there to there. I mean, it's almost like quick. I think he won the ringside championship at 106 novices. Like, he the only one come home with the belt. What's that, 2002? He the only one come home with the belt, man. He hit that guy, he switched stances on that guy. He didn't knocked him dead with a right hook, man. And so when I seen that again, that enhanced, I'm like, oh, this dude's something else, man. And I remember him. You know, I remember looking at, we used to have a van. We used to drive like a econo van. You know what I mean? We didn't have no fancy transportation. Carl, shout out to Carl. we was going home in the van, and he was sitting back in the middle. He was in the middle of the aisle. He was sitting in the middle. And I looked back at him, and man, that belt was bigger than him, man. And I said, man, this guy, man, look at he the only one come home with the championship. He hit him dead. Man, the belt was bigger than Bud, man. Oh man. And I say, man, this guy is something, man. Now that's just one thing that I'm saying. When I seen him do that, it wasn't that just that he won, because there's a lot of fighters that won, but the way he won to switch stances, to have the wherewithal to switch stances and hit him with the right hook and knocked him dead. And the power that he showed at 12, 13 years old, the power that he showed, you know what I'm saying? Know that he was special. You know he got them big ass rock hands, excuse my language. You know what I mean? He got them baseball mitts, but you know what I'm saying? The leverage that he had on the hook, man, and actually this kid was like knocked out for real, like gone, so that was about, and he was a novice 106 pounder. Novice 106. So man, God dog, man. I like I say, man, seeing him with that big old belt, man, like I say, it's bigger than him. And from that he just went on and on, and we worked hard in the gym. We trained hard every day. And I was one of the guys that he looked up to. I was one of the guys that, that he wanted to somewhat emulate, and he wanted to overcome. You know what I mean? He wanted to overcome. He always wanted to work with me. He always wanted to get in the ring with me and to challenge himself as the best. I'm like 6 years older than him. And he was like that since he was 12. Always asking, can we spar? Can we spar? Can we spar? Never running from the work. And like I'm saying, this kid just special, man. This kid's just, man, like I'm saying, just special, And man, I can tell so many stories about him, knocking a guy out in the gym and running in front of a whole family, He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. But the guy insisted on him, talked crazy to him. And this was a grown man. And Crawford, he talking bad to Crawford, saying, how he can beat him, how this and how that. So they set it up for the next day. The man comes in the gym with his whole family, his old lady and his kids. He comes in looking for Bud, specifically. Listen, Bud ain't re-studying, but he said, okay. Man, the move that he hit, because the move that he hit him with, I couldn't tell you. I don't want to know. I can't visualize it. Like, I can't call it out what he did. But it was spectacular. I don't know what he did. He gave some angle and hit this man with a shot. The man, the man's head was hanging on the bottom rope, man. That's how he did him. In front of his whole family. The man neck was hanging on the back rope. That's how he caught him. Knocked him out. It was over after that. Knocked him out. Took him, first he boxed him. Then he whoop, 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 whoop. And old boy was down, and he was hanging. His head was hanging on the bottom strand, man. Crawford was probably about 15. Oh my God. He says, Bernie, did you have to talk Crawford? No, I didn't really talk to him about going back to the gym. I had just seen him one day, and I seen him in the neighborhood store, and man, I seen him on his bike, and I said, man, what's up? Why you don't come to the gym no more? And like that, And he was like, man, I ain't into boxing no more. I don't really care about boxing. I'm into football, and I ain't like that no more. I said, okay, and just left it at that. And it wasn't that big of a deal, but like I say, when he came back, he just went from 1 to 1. He took it serious. He was in the gym training, and shout out to everybody that helped him. Grover Wiley, was a really good fighter around the way, and had some good fights, some big fights, and was just a big, like a big brother, a father influence with him. We just raised him. It's a whole village that raised Crawford. He took a little bit from everything, and he took everything and made it further and made us all look good, for real. But, they would be in the gym training. Crawford, he's a baby. I was more grown up, man. He keep him in the gym, doing pull-ups, doing chin-ups, doing everything. The gym closing. I'm running to the streets. There ain't no lie. I'm running to the streets. Boy, I got a sale to make. I got somewhere to go. I'm doing something else. Man, he in the gym training still. That's how boxing was for him. They hold him, staying there. Now we working while the gym closing. He's still doing chin-ups, still doing pull-ups, doing strength and conditioning workouts, getting him better. So shout out to Grover. shout out to Crawford for the willingness to take the advice and the tutelage and you know what I mean, and to behold it and you know what I'm saying, and craft with it because like I'm saying, I mean, look where he at now. 3-time undisputed world champion, five-weight world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. You hear me? And one of the smartest guys in the ring. You can't name a smarter fighter than Crawford. The best. He beat you with this. Huh? With this first. That's what they fail to realize. With this first. With this first. Crawford is a master with this first. Huh? And this with it. Man. Oh, man. Man. Crawford, man. I mean, this, man. Man, that heart just, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Crawford, man. I'm telling you. So, like I say, I was just over there at the, went to the birthday party. Little baby turned 5. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's a great family man. And man, I'm looking, we go to the mansion, man. My little girl said he got 2 stairs that go to the same way. Yeah, he got the beautiful spiral staircase. Oh my God. Ceilings this tall. Oh, they say hard work, dedication. That ain't no cliche, boy. That's real facts. That's true story. You know what I'm saying? Hard work, dedication, man. You can get it, man. You can do it, man. And he's proof in the pudding that you can do it, man. And like I said, you know, I had another story. He called me up. He was going to make the Olympic trials. And no. He was going for the National PAL to make the Olympic trials. He was going to the National PAL. I think it was the National PAL. It was in California. And, you know, I had ties in California. And so he called me up and he said, what should he do? I said, man, you should go. I said, you should go. You know what I mean? I say, listen, man, I paid my own money to go. And when I paid my own money to go to Blue and Gold, shout out to my boy Mike. He did pay for my plane ticket, just a lot of support. You know what I mean? But other than that, I paid my way to go. And like I say, I went to the Blue and Gold. They came up short in the finals. They robbed me in the final for the Blue and Gold. But, you know what I'm saying? I stepped out without a coach. I went on my own to try to make my way in boxing. And I think he's seen that. And, you know what I mean? He followed in my footsteps. So he goes to the National PAL out in California. And obviously we couldn't take Midge because Midge holds the gym down. And I think we really just didn't want to take Midge away from the gym at the time. We didn't. I don't know how to say it, but, you know, we just left Midge at the gym, and he went out on his own. You know what I mean? Just like Timothy Bradley said, he went to this training camp on his own. He didn't have no coach. And, man, he went out there and won the National PAL, and I set him up. You know what I'm saying? Coach Chuck, shout out to Coach Chuck, the National Golden Glove team for California, Chuck Washington. You know what I'm saying? I set him up. I put my contacts with him, and they held him up. Coach Jenkins, who trained Rico Ramos, was the world champion at 122 pounds. You know, and they worked his corner, and they helped him out a little bit. And, you know, I was happy to do that, and I appreciate them guys, you know. But my point is this, you know, he believed in himself. So he betted on himself. He went out there, and, of course, you know, he won the National PAL and got a spot in the top 8 for the Olympic trials. And, you know, we went down there, and he did his thing and, you know, went to double elimination and, you know, put on a great showing and, you know, came up just short. You know, really he won the fight, but they somehow, you know, Crawford's already making waves there. You know what I mean? He's already, I don't know what they thought about Crawford, you know, being from the Blaster or whatever. They thought they could, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't backing down from nobody, not even your Thomas Riley, the light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't taking no shit from nobody. You know what I mean? And when you do that, sometimes you ruffle some feathers when you stand up for what's right. You know, sometimes, you know, you're going to get put down in some way. They're going to try to hold you down. But Crawford did it. And so, like I say, went through the trials, you know, has great showings, won some good fights, put on a spectacular performance every fight, and, you know, come up just short, you know, and, man, he started his professional career, and without a big following, without despite being number one, despite being national champion a couple of times, with everything that, you know, to come along with that, wasn't picked up by a major promotional company, and started off small. You know, like I say, you know, we was fighting in the barn next to the horses and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was on the farm. You know what I'm saying? We would hay all around the motherfucker. You know, then it took us back to bare knuckle days and shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no ring. It was a bunch of hay around. They had haystacks around made as a ring. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get it how he lived, man. And man, like I say, he just kept boxing, and this kid is this kid as much as he has in him, as you can see, the maturity that he's shown, and things like that. This kid ain't no factory worker. I just say that as a basis. This kid is not an insurance salesman. This kid was not a lawyer. This kid's not any of those things. He's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a born fighter. He's a born fighter. They said this about Jack Dempsey. She said his mom said when she seen him, she said he was gonna be just like John L. Sullivan. He was a fighter, he's a born fighter. When I seen him, I just knew it. He was gonna be a fighter. Even his pop said that. That's what he says. His pop said. His pop said he gonna be $1 million fighter. You know what I mean? So it just may be a intuition or a vision that some people have, and I think he played that role excellent. You know what I'm saying? Being the best of the best. Shout out to that boy Bud Crawford. You understand? Oh man. So man, I see some other people, and they said it's just like he really getting started. No, it's been a long journey, 11-year journey. He fought in, man, speaking of his early days, I think we went to, man, we fought in some places. York, we fought in Tennessee. He fought in York, Pennsylvania. Man, he fought in some places, man. Excuse me. He fought in some places, man. Crawford, man, but he stuck to it. And if you hear the stories, about Saul, they really heartwarming and they really inspirational, Saul, Esau, he tell that story and sometimes make me a little cry, make me a little watery eyed, man. And his wife wanted him to quit training boxers, and he almost was this close, he almost this close, man. He said he almost was this close to quit training boxers, because man got to feed his family, and that woman nagging on your ass, and man, it be like that. But he decided not to, and he even cried and he prayed about it. God is good. And he said he decided not to, but he said he was in the airport one time and they was going to a fight, and Crawford was asleep, and he said he nudged him. And he nudged him, and he said, you gonna be world champ? He said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, yeah. Man, I'm gonna do it. He said, he told him, I'm not only fighting for my family, but I'm fighting for your family, man. True story. I listen to those stories that Saul telling, and Saul's such a good guy, and man, they deserve it all. I'm so happy for them. Red, all of them, man. You don't even know the stuff that we've been through, man. You don't know the stuff that we've been through, man. The real grind, man. And I was I got a chance to fight with him. I had retired for about 9 years. I didn't have the same backing as when I started pro, and so I got out of it. I was selling dope for real. You know what I'm saying? I was making more money selling dope, living life. And I figured I was so sick of boxing because it can do that to you. I was so sick of boxing. I figured I can do more than boxing. When I found out I'm boxing is my thing, without boxing, I'm lost. But like I say, so when I came back to the gym, I was at CW. We grew up in CW. So first, when I'm getting my life together, I go back to the gym. That's my first thing. I go back to the gym. And I'm going good at CW. It's going okay. It wasn't the same, but, I was getting myself together and it was good. And I was in training a little bit. So I was back in boxing, training. Just training, not even thinking about fighting. Just training, just trying to keep my life in order. And he had got some prominence, and he ended up becoming, I don't know if he was world champ. I don't think he was world champ yet. But anyway, they got the gym. So we started the gym, and I remember the first day. I mean, it was just a gym. I mean, it was like nowhere near the beautiful gym that we got now. But when I set my stuff down, I felt right at home. Man. I felt right at home. And so that day I decided I'm not going to CW no more. I'm going to Buzz Gym and Bo's Gym. And like I say, so I got in some shape. And he was when he won the world championship. Of course, they decided to have a homecoming fight for him. That time Top Rank was trying to. I don't know if they were trying to promote him, but you know what I mean. They was trying to see where his market was at, and the hometown came out in spectacular fashion. 16,000 fans or something like that. It was, and so anyway, I say, well, I'm gonna get a little shape. I'm getting a little shape. I say, well, Bud, shoot, see if you can get me on the car. He said, I will, I will, I will. And he did it just like that. He did it just like that. And it was a blessing because my son, which turns 21 years old today, he hadn't got a chance to see me fight. I retired in '05, or I stopped fighting in '05. He was born in '04, so I didn't. Well, '07, my debut was '05. I stayed active training fighters, training in the gym for about a couple years. And about '07, I just decided, man, I'm not going to do it no more. I'm not even trying to do nothing else. At any rate, like I say, so here it comes. He says, I'm going to get you on the car. So my mom got to come and see me. Everybody asked me, Bernard, when you going to fight, this and that. My son never got to see me fight, got to walk out with me and got to see me do my thing, as a 33-year-old veteran. And so shout out to Bud Crawford, shout out to Bud Crawford. So, I got to fight two times that year, 2014. You can see him on my YouTube, and I think I look pretty good after coming out, not being in the ring for 9 years, but like I say, so that opportunity opened up for me, and I appreciate him so much for that. Shout out to Bo, shout out to Red, man, shout out to all them guys that, that always encourage me, that always believed in me and helped me. They really helped me, man. They really helped me, man. So much. Shout out to all of them, man. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Yeah, but man, so like I say, it's a wonderful day, man. Man, I can say you go back and watch Crawford, man. And they always praise you better when it's over. While you in the fire, the eyes. So, and everybody goes through it. It's not just him, for real. It's a lot of fighters that go through it, a lot of greats. You know what I mean? The beat writers. Now we got not only the beat writers, but we got common folk. Commenting and putting you down and saying all things that ain't true and not want to even believe the things that are true. Trying to find the worst in you instead of the best in you. And so it can be hard, it can be hard, but, a champion keeps going as he did, you know what I'm saying? Keeping faith in God, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the man right there close to you, doing right, putting the work in, you know what I'm saying? Man, Crawford, oh, man, goddamn, man, listen at him, man. I'm telling you, boy, oh, man, Crawford, man. They say everything, every myth, every hype, everything they try to say about it, every dismissal they try to put on him, he proved them wrong. He proved them wrong. They say he don't sell. Man, that Netflix wouldn't have did that good without no Crawford. He said if that was the case, then why he didn't do it before? It wouldn't have went. You understand? Come on, man. Crawford, man, had the best views on ESPN. Had the highest ratings on HBO. Fuck y'all talking about? They don't love Crawford. Shit, they loved him from day one. How could you not? How could you not? Shit. That was a classic fight, him and Gamboa. That was classic fight. You can rarely find a guy in a high level. High level. Chris Eubank and Conor Ben, you call that shit a classic, but it wasn't high level. It's not high level. Crawford, high level. Shit. Gamboa, high level. Man. Hopefully we can get that January 31st. You know what I'm saying? 2 high levels. Maybe that can be a classic too. You know what I'm saying? The kid trying to follow in his footsteps, so to speak. You know what I mean? Bud being a mentor for Shakur. Bud being a mentor for a lot of these guys, Man, shout out to Crawford, man. Shout out to Crawford, man. Shout out to Crawford, man. He the one did that. He get on the phone with him. I call him direct. Man, what's going on? Let's get it on, man. I think you a hell of a fighter. I'm a hell of a fighter. Let's go. Let's make it happen, man. Counseling them boys, man. Come on. Counsel them boys. Crawford, man, like I say, not only is a great fighter, he's an activist. He said, they say Floyd Patterson said, a fighter's greatness not only measured by how he deals in the ring, but how he carries himself outside of the ring. Best of the best. Shout out to Crawford, man. All right. So listen, I'm going to get into some comments, man. If I think of anything else I can think about, I mean, it's just I remember us going to we seen an Aston Martin the first time. The trials in Houston. We seen an Aston Martin, man, navy blue Aston Martin, man. Man. Oh man. Man, Crop, man. Oh man. I just like I say, I knew something about him in that picture, the CW. They used him as for the flyer for our gym, CW, man. And you can look in his eyes, you can see in like his soul, man, that this guy is, man, when he get in that boxing ring, man, he becomes something else. He becomes something else, man. Shout out to Crawford, man. Shout out to Bo. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Saul. It was a long time coming. A lot of sacrifices, a lot of sacrifices. Red sometimes couldn't go because he had to work. You know what I'm saying? Red sometimes, had to get favors from the job to leave to go. You know what I'm saying? Bo had things going on to where he had to leave for a little while and get himself together, man. And like I said, I would say what you want to say. I was just lost in the wilderness, man. I was lost in the wilderness, man. I quit selling dope. I was just content. I say, Bernard, forget it, man. You just gonna work now. You know what I mean? I don't gangbang no more, which I had been done with that. But I quit selling dope. You know what I mean? I wasn't the man no more, and I was just working, man. I done lived so hard myself. I'm just working, man. I'm just happy to go to work, give me a check every week, and I will make it do what it do, man. And I was doing that. I was fine. I was doing that. And how God worked, I was fine. I was doing that. And the COVID came and I shut the jobs down. And because I wasn't hired on, which what I'm saying, when you got that light on you, when you shine so bright, they try to hold you down. And the boss, I worked 9 months, I don't miss no days, doing everything, working hard. The man don't want to hire me. I said, why you don't hire me? Why you don't hire me? I don't know. Man, give me the man I already know it was personal. I don't want to tell him the stories, but I already could see it was personal, And I was kind of devastated because that's what I had. And I was at a big time job where, what I mean, what they say, Michael Jordan said, he said they was gonna catch me working at the gas station or something. You know what I mean? Where everybody go to work at. That's where I was working at. And it was the gas station, but I'm just using it as an analogy. But it was a good paying job. It was everybody wanted to work there, and you can come up from that job. But I didn't get I didn't get hired on, so I wasn't I was a temporary employee. So they fired me, right? They let me go because of COVID, and I was kind of lost with that. Like, man, damn, what I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? I didn't put my whole everything on a job. You know what I mean? I ain't hustling no more. What I'm gonna do? And then I ran into an old friend of mine who was doing a appliance repair, and he worked for his own self, and he's doing really good in appliance repair. Showed me how much you can make doing appliance repair and everything like that. And I said, well, my dad showed me a little bit about how to fix things and everything. So I ain't just dumb. I know a little bit, and maybe I get into that, because that's when everybody started working for themselves because COVID shut down everything. So I started working with my boy James doing appliance repair, and of course I'm not hired. I'm not in. I don't have a lot of stipulations on me. You know what I mean? It's not my you know what I'm trying to say with the job. You call in, they mad at you or they quit you for this or whatever. So it was kind of a I don't know how to say it. I didn't have a lot of stipulations on me. But at any rate, I'm working doing appliance repair, and we watched, I don't know if it was Spence versus Ocampos or Charlo versus somebody. And I happened to go over Buzz to his house to watch the fights. And man, we were just standing outside after the fights. And he said, man, you want to come to camp with me? And I said, yeah, because shit, I ain't have nothing to be doing. No, I love boxing. And it just started from there, man. It just started from there. And, it went from Bud to working with the other fighters. Because first, what I'm saying, I wasn't working with everybody. It just put me on with just Bud. You know what I'm saying? But, it eventually worked out. But the kid brought me up. And, you know what I'm saying, transformed me a little bit. And I can't thank him enough. I can't thank him enough, for bringing me up. And like I say, helping me to get to know all y'all and putting me around the world and sharing in his glory, meeting, I can count Andre Ward as one of my friends, Timothy Bradley, host of them, Max Kellerman's, all these guys, Roy Jones, you know what I mean? All these other people that, I come in contact with who, I had a lot of respect for in the boxing game. And so, man, like I say, took me all around the world, took me out the country. You know what I'm saying, man? So shout out to Bud Crawford. And thank God, I thank him. Without him, where would we be? So I want to give God a big shout out. And man, it's just Crawford is a great human being. And it just made me think, how he brought me in. And I want y'all to understand this. you know, I got a boxing mind. I was a really good fighter. And Bud understood that. You know what I'm saying? Bud understood that, and some of the things that I do, and you know what I mean. Some of the things that I do, hey, you nice to emulate him. You know what I'm saying? He say when you watching him, you're watching me. Okay. But anyway, like I said, the last final touch, that he did was he brung Rosendo in. You seen my boy Rosendo, who was actually a catalyst to him being one of the best fighters because he was a motivator. Rosendo was a really good fighter, hard puncher. Everything was boxing his whole life. And that was a catalyst to him that motivated Bud right with him side by side. Had a really good amateur career, had some good wins, but pros is a different story, and didn't turn pro. But anyway, he's doing his thing. He's singing now, and Bud brought him out, had a wonderful performance on Netflix, huh? Wonderful performance on Netflix. So that's how good Crawford is as a human being, as an individual. He helped him share the platform, and all the fighters and all the people that came before him that helped him sharing his success. He gave them just a little bit of sharing his success, and that's the mark of a great champion. And man, it just don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? So now Crawford got all his millions. He got everything. He got his mansion, his cars. He can live it and do it free now. You know what I'm saying? Don't owe not a single person. Took care of the family, bought them all homes, bought them all cars. Not just them, but the nieces and nephews at the same time. You hear me? Put the city on his back. Put the family on his back. Huh? Man, Crawford, it don't get no better than that. He said, not know him. He said, not know him. You understand? Man, come on, man. It's good to know a guy like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You can take a page out of Crawford's book, you know what I mean? And do some of those things in yourself. You hear me? Okay, all right. So listen. Man, Crawford. Okay, so let me get to some comments, man. I'm going to get to some comments. You know what I'm saying? We celebrating Bud Crawford. You hear me? We celebrating Bud Crawford. Yo boy Mambo says, what's goody? Appreciate you. I just want to watch. I was just watching you. Big love, my brother. Appreciate you. And Nelson, what's good, Coach Bernie? I'm chilling, man. Enjoy retirement, Bud. Big fan. Yes, sir. Shout out to both of you guys. Appreciate you. What an amazing career. Respect the Team Crawford. Man, via cash. You been with me. It's been 4 years. I'm about to turn it up on them. You hear me? About to turn it up on them. Appreciate you. Thanks for that birthday shout out. History made, man. Just like the rest of them. Except the only thing about Crawford, he stayed right here. Crawford stay right here, homegrown in Nebraska, and stay right here, right on the north side. Like I say, you can catch him at your local Walmart. You can catch him at the gas station. You can catch him with the kids at the altitude. You understand? You can catch him at the basketball games, at the wrestling meets. You can come in the gym and shake his hand. Come on. Huh? Not just for the people, but of the people. Huh? He walks among them, not above them. He walks with them. Oh, okay. Respect to Canelo for having Crawford's back. Hey, he a class act. That's the only thing you can do, huh? That's the only thing you can do. When you be accountable, you make yourself bigger, huh? When you lose, that don't mean you go down. You go higher. That's what folks don't understand. You get bigger. They said Jack Dempsey became more famous after his second loss to Gene Tunney, huh? He became more famous after his second loss, huh? After his second loss. Look at Mike Tyson. Come on, man. Shoot. That ain't over. Man. I'm very happy for Bud, but at the same time, I feel very sad. This feels like when I saw Sugar Ray retire and Mayweather. You are happy for them, but it's sad to see the greats had to go. Hey, huh? Where have all the flowers gone? Here we go. It is what he had to do. Styles P shouted him out before the Gamboa fight. That's when I first heard of him. Okay, Styles P, huh? Man, everybody was there. It was celebrities at the goddamn fight. Gorilla Zoe, motherfucking, I went to one of them fights. Big Baby Davis was there. Shit, motherfuckers in the crowd, because boxing bring them type of crowds out. Since the beginning of time, boxing bring the celebrities out. Whether they big time celebrities or you know what I mean, or just in general. Whether NFL, MLB, NBA. They be there. You know what I'm saying? And they know everybody watched them. Shout out to my boy Dame Lillard. Been a big fan, been a big, supporter of Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with him. I'm saying, look at that. Dame Lillard hollering at me. Because of Crawford. Ain't because of me. Because I know Crawford. You understand? Because I be with Crawford. Okay. Shout out to Dame Lillard. All right. Illustrated, what'd he say? He did it. Wait, hold on. That says, Ill Status Boxing says he did it. Bernie is a real one. Appreciate you. T.O. was so jealous of Bud and Shakur. Every interview T.O. does, he has to mention their name. Straight up hater. Just a pathetic motherfucker. You see how he tried to say Bud wasn't undisputed because of them? Boy, crazy. Bud retired. Keyshawn left. What's next for the team? Bomac, y'all gonna pay attention to the amateurs now. Homegrown, Allen, Jair, Carlito, Adonis. Man, come on. That's it. That's it. Adonis just went up for the national championship. Shout out to my boy Adonis. We lost in the final for the national championship down there in Lubbock. Shout out to my girl Jazzy. We lost in the semifinals down there for the national championship in Lubbock. You know what I mean? And we still got good fighters going on. We still got Lester Martinez in line for the world title. The winner versus Shiraz and Billy. As far as Keyshawn, I want to say this, we got so much love for Keyshawn, you know what I mean, and DB3 as a whole. Things change, and that's it. Sometimes, relationships fizzle out, but the love is not gone. You hear me? Whatever he feels he has to do better for him, shout out to him, shout out to them. You know what I mean? Still love. It's you know what I'm saying? On my end, is definitely no love lost. I wish them guys nothing but the best, and that's true story. You know what I mean? You might have some spats in a family, and man, I didn't quit my mama. I didn't quit my daddy. I didn't quit my sister. I done quit my old lady. Say, I ain't fucking with you no more. I ain't fucking with you, huh? And I go a couple days and I'll be right back with them. You know what I'm saying? I could be right back with them. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is business though, so whatever they want to do, shout out to them guys. You know what I'm saying? It's still love. I had a great time working with them. Keyshawn, I had a great time working with him. He's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So I wish him nothing but the best. Juice Man is a superstar. You know what I'm saying? He got Kelvin, you know what I'm saying? The big brother, the glue to the guys, you know what I'm saying? Is a good fighter, but those guys are good fighters, good people too. Things just happen and, shit, we humans. We gonna clash sometime. You know what I mean? Shit. You think we didn't clash? You think me and Bud didn't clash? Shit. You think we didn't clash? Man, come on, man. You think we didn't clash? Man, we didn't, man. Bud made me cry. I'm telling you, I don't even know. I swear to God, man. I'm telling you, you think we didn't clash? Man, I remember this time I was getting ready for my fight when I was against Gamboa. He was going against Gamboa, and I was kind of like, I don't know what I was going through, but I really wasn't back. I really wasn't me. I don't know what it was. I can't just describe it like that, but I really wasn't me because I'm used to having everything and being everything. But at this time, I really wasn't me. Okay, I didn't have, not that it necessarily that made me, but I just wasn't me. You know what I mean? I just wasn't me. And so I was a little emotional. And I remember, like I say, it's just me and Bud. Wasn't nobody else, just me and Bud. We was the only ones fighting on the card. And we was in training camp. It was just me, Bud, Midge, Bo, Red, and Jamie, the strength trainer at the time. And so anyway, this is my first training camp. And I really haven't worked this hard ever in life. But anyway, so I don't even understand the mentality or the mental effects of a training camp, all the pressure that goes along with it. I didn't understand that. And I don't know if he was just picking on me because Bud really loves me a lot and he believed in me a lot. He don't even like for me to play around in the gym. If I let a guy drop me in the gym, I'm playing around or I'm not winning the sessions, he's upset. You know what I mean? He's upset. And the look on his face just like, man, when he looks so disappointed in me, it hurts me. But I remember he said to me, and I didn't understand. He said, "What's your why?" And I didn't know what the hell he meant. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, leave me alone. Basically because, you really like my little guy. You know what I mean? But at this point, the where you're going in life and where I'm at, you know what I mean? You know how sometimes, you know what I mean? They didn't come up now. You're like, nigga, I'm big as you. I'm doing shit now, and shit, nigga. Shit, nigga, I'm champ. Nigga, shit, what you doing? Nigga, shit. You can't tell me nothing now. You might be older than me, but nigga, who is you now? You know what I mean? And so, but anyway, I didn't understand what he was saying, man. I didn't understand what he was saying, and we had a lot of. That was a tough time. That was a tough time. That was a tough time. I was going through a lot, man. And I didn't know. And for him to be disappointed in me, it hurt me. And we had another situation. So we was up one night. And I think this was for the Postal fight. I think it was Postal. Was it Postal? I was in training camp. No, it must have been. I can't remember. But anyway, we was all in training camp. And so we talking, we always reminisce. And we was talking, and he said, Bernard, whatever we arguing. And I said, Bud, you can't stop me. You cannot stop me. You know what I mean? Now, he didn't got big, about 15. We about the same size, probably a little bigger than me when he was 15. And, so he's bigger than me. And, but he's strong and he can box. And, at this point, I still had him just by a little bit. Just by a little bit, but it's tooth and nail. I'm struggling with this guy every day. I got to watch him every move. I can't make a mistake. I got to be perfect. You know what I mean? Because this guy is really good now. He's big. He's strong. You know what I mean? And this guy can fight. And so we still, we still right there. But anyway, so we arguing about those times, and I tell him, but I took it light on you. He said, you didn't take it light on me. So we arguing and this and that. He said, tomorrow we getting it in there. We're going to spar right. And at this time, like I say, I'm still hanging out. I'm still kind of chilling and everything. I'm not really whatever. So this guy's the world champ now. Now the world champ. Come on, man, he's the world champ. And so I go to bed that night and I say, man, fuck, I know how Bud is. I say, fuck, man, I hope this guy, man, I hope he really, man, damn, I'm kind of worried about, like, fuck, I really don't want to spar this guy, man, I'm tossing and turning all night. So I'm like, fuck, man. So we gets in there. And actually, my sparring partner was John Franklin from the Army. So we gets to the gym. I'm hoping he don't remember this shit. I hope he don't remember. But anyway, he do. So he said, nah, he ain't sparring you, John. He ain't sparring you, Frank. He's sparring me. So I said, fuck, damn. All right, fuck it, But I'm thinking, we going to spar, but I'm thinking he ain't going to, man. So I say, fuck it. All right, we get in there. I get in the ring. I'm like Sweet Pea. I do my little circle around the ring. And I'm thinking this guy going to work with me, man. I'm thinking this really guy going to work with me, man. And so we gets out. And I come out and I'm, watching. The minute he hits me with this jab, I knew it was over. He hit me with this hard-ass jab. I said, oh, fuck. He ain't playing then. How I'm going to get him? Man, I'm 120-some pounds. This guy's a world champ. What I'm gonna do with Bud, man? What I'm gonna do with this guy realistically? This guy's sharp in every way. You know what I mean? I'm kind of halfway in there. Man, like I say, this guy hit me with that jab. I said, oh, fuck, it's over with. So anyway, I didn't do nothing else. All I did was I attacked him. Man, he blocked all that shit. You know what I mean? And after that, like I say, I knew it was not gonna be good for me. So I got out the ring. You know what I'm saying? I got out the ring, man. As I'm getting out the ring, he hit me, and I was disrespectful about that. That really hurt my feelings. And that he did that to me, and that he would even try that. Because at the time I'm feeling like, man, you don't got nothing to prove against me. You the world champ. You know what I mean? What you proving against me for? I ain't nobody to prove nothing against. But so we had a little argument, right? And so we get out, and I told him, I said, well, you ain't my friend. He said, I ain't your friend. Then go home. Then I said, shit, send me home. Send me home. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Send me home. Shit, you ain't my friend. You treat me like that. You ain't my friend. And so that was a kind of one little spat that kind of hurt my heart a little bit. And but you know, we went a couple days without talking. You know what I'm saying? We won't talk to each other. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't looking at each other. We ain't talking. We ain't doing nothing. But you know, I remember us running up the mountain, and I forgave him. You know what I'm saying? I seen him struggling, and you know, I remember me just putting my hand on his back, and we just kept walking, and you know, we just kind of squashed it like that. You know, so the thing about this is that we all have arguments. We do go through things. Everything hasn't been peachy cream, you know, from each and every one of the guys, probably except for Saul. You know, I've had a run in with. We've had spats. We've had arguments. You know what I mean? So it's just like a family. You know, whatever it is, however it affects you, or whatever it is, you know, you somehow y'all have a conflict, and we've had that, you know, and you know, more often than not, it's been a lot of great times though, a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying, a lot of everything, you know, and shout out to all them, you know, but I think all those things get help us know each other a little bit more, strengthens our bonds, and things like that. So you know, it's been a wonderful journey. You know, it's like I say, ups and downs. You know, highs and lows, but mostly highs. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody on the team. Appreciate them for accepting me in, bringing me up. You know what I'm saying? He said, out of obscurity. You hear me? Come on now. All you gotta do is catch me. I'm waiting. I need a gig. Put the headset on me. Come on, Ring Magazine, sign me up. I do know how to act. I do know how to talk. I am very knowledgeable, and I did this shit. I did go through all the processes, you know what I'm saying? Running through the streets with the sweat bag on. Not the fancy suit, the actual trash bag. You hear me? The actual trash bag. I was a Silver Gloves champion. I was a Junior Olympic champion. I was a Golden Glove champion. I was a U.S. regional champion. Come on now. I fought everybody. I gave a great account of myself. I was there. I was there. I was ranked in the country. I was there. Okay. And anything else, like I said, all you got to do is what Bud say. He tell you himself. He the best. Come on, man. He put the stamp on me. Come on, man. Like I say, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Did I influence him some? Yes. Huh? Have I influenced him some? Yes. In and out of the ring. Okay? That's a blessing. That's a blessing. I'm happy for that. That's nothing. I'm grateful for that. You understand? But understand that. You hear me? Understand that. I'm not the guy that just shout and scream and this and that. You understand? I got a lot of sense. I got a lot of knowledge. You know what I mean? Come on now. So listen, when y'all understand that, they didn't bring me on to shout. They bring me in to use this. Okay? They didn't bring me in to shout. That's just something that I do. They brung me in for this. Okay? All right. Okay, so anyway, let's go. Answer more questions. Not only a great fighter, but a great person with a great team. That's humble. Appreciate you. Salute, Bernie. He says, why not you? I'm trying to say that. I'm trying to hit that lottery, man. $1 billion. $1 billion. I'm going to take care of it. I'll be just like Bud. I'm going to get my whole family a house. I'm going to get my whole family some cars. You understand? I'm going to go do something for the public. You hear me? Say, why not you? Okay. Definitely, what is divinely guided cannot be stopped. Show you right, huh? With him, Bernie the Scholar, that's right. Shout out to Crawford. Thank you for giving us your time in boxing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Shout out to you, Bernie. Shout out to you. Okay. Okay, so we back. Okay, we back, man. People calling my phone. People calling my phone. I don't know. Man, they see me on live. Fuck you. You know I'm working. Come on, baby. All right. Shout out to Mill City. We can't hear you. Let me see. Oh, let me go. Let me see if I can fix that. Say we can't hear you. And it sounds like that. Can you hear me now? You're a real one, Bernie. Appreciate you. Can you hear me now? Somebody say something. Yeah, you good now. Okay, appreciate you. All right. Chris Legg. It was when they were calling. All right. Okay, so like I said, man, Crawford the best, man. He's stepping down. You wouldn't ask for a better way to go out. You wouldn't ask for a better way to go out. A true legend, as just told by Timothy Bradley. just told by like apprentice brewer, just told by everything. And you know, one thing about that too, I said it and he backed it up. I said it and he backed it up. So when you go on, when you catch us through down the line and you go back in the archives, I talk the shit, he back it up. I threw him the alley hoop and he just dunked the motherfucker. Every time, you hear me? Every time. You catch me on the, I was with Smoke TV, I think, coming out the garden after, that was a garden, right? Yeah, Keyshawn won the title in the garden, right? Yeah, coming down the street, catch me, regular. You understand? Walking from the garden back to the hotel. They asked me what he gonna do. I said, we gonna beat him, we gonna beat the daylights out of him. Talking about Canelo, we gonna beat him the daylights out of him. Did he do it? Huh? Did he do it? Yes, he did. Took him apart. When I asked him about Spence, when they asked me about Spence, what I say? What he gonna do? He gonna tear through him, and then he gonna ask where Charlo at. Did he do it in the fight? In the fight. In the fight, he did it. Oh, that boy Crawford just bad. That boy just terrible, man. That boy is just, man. He said, what he say on Unforgiving? He said, if I was gonna get somebody, he'd be the worst one, meaning the best. If I was going to go get somebody to fight with me, he'd be the worst one, meaning the best. Yes, sir. All right, so, man, you know, Crawford is, like I say, a wonder. Can't keep talking about him enough. You know, they keep saying, I'm saying, I can say it, but he bad. He proving it. So it ain't like I'm just talking, he proving this shit. It just proof is in the pudding, they say. You understand? Shit, 3-time undisputed, 4-time Ring Magazine champ. 4-time Ring Magazine champ. All right, now tell me this. He the trendsetter. Now everybody want the ring. Now everybody want to be undisputed. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Now I'm gonna tell you this, like I say. Like I'm trying to tell you, true story, boy. That's my guy. That's my mans. That's my young boy. That's my champ. Huh? Ring Magazine. Ring Magazine. That's what I told him. Ring Magazine. I don't give a fuck who own it. I don't give a fuck who own it. Ring Magazine. That's the champ. That's the people's champ. That's the championship you can't buy. You got to earn it. You can't pay your way up there to it. You hear me? Huh? Best of the best. That's undisputed. Ring Magazine. Undisputed means no doubt who the champion is. He got 4 of them. 4 of them. Not just a belt holder in them weights. 4 of them. Huh? Never upgraded to a championship. Never. Huh? Fought for 1 vacant title. 1. And then he went on undisputed in that class. 1 vacant title. You hear me? 1 vacant title. And you know what, them bum motherfuckers, I think Oscar De La Hoya goofy ass owned it. It should have been on display when he beat Beltran the first time. You think they had it on display when he won it? When he had it? That's because that's who the fight. Whoever would have won, they would have been awarded the Ring Magazine. You think they had it? No. They sent it to him in a box. They sent it to him in a box. That's how terrible them motherfuckers is. But you see what Turkey did? He made it special. 188,000. 188,000. Nothing but gold on that motherfucker. Real gold. Everything, all them other belts, WBC, fake. That shit ain't real. That shit fake. That's why they got 1 million of them. That's why they got 1 million of them. Huh? That's why they got 1 million of them. Ring Magazine, 108K. 188K. Hear me? Real gold. Feel me? Real gold. Okay? For a real champ. All right. Some fella was fussing at me. Say, Bernard, what you was doing on... What I do after the Canelo fight? I said, put the belt on him. That's what I said. Put the belt on him. Ring Magazine, put the belt on him. That's what I said. They all upset at me. That's my champ. Been with him since he was 7. I just told you the stories, right? I just told you how it was, right? Put the belt on him. Ring Magazine, champ of champions, okay? All right then, hating punk mother. Yeah. If you see me fussing, like I said, man, I'm with Crawford. The Sheik in there, you know, like I say, I respect every man. What I look like messing around with somebody, what I'm gonna harm somebody for? I don't never bother nobody unless they deserve it. Huh? I never mess with nobody unless they had it coming. Come on, man. What I'm in there celebrating the champ. What I want to mess with the Sheik for? What I want to hurt the Sheik for? That's why I'm fussing them. You leave me alone. Ain't nobody studying the Sheik. I'm with Crawford. Ain't nobody studying the Sheik. I ain't studying nobody else in there. I'm with Crawford. Put the belt on him. Put the belt on him. Fuck. Think I've been around my first time with the Sheik? I've been around the Sheik. I don't give a fuck about that. What I want to hurt the Sheik for? He doing all helping. We helping. I'm with the Sheik. I'm with him. Shit, I'm going to be the motherfucker protecting him. Fuck y'all talking about. Hurt him. Silly motherfuckers. So you ask me what I was doing there. That's what I was doing. Fuck. The worst thing you could do with Bernie is mess with me over anything. That's my pet peeve, boy. And I don't mind getting corrected. I don't mind getting put in my place if I deserve it. But nitpicking with me, bothering me, trying to bully me, that's your worst mistake, boy. That's your worst mistake, okay? I'm not taking nothing from nobody. You understand? Not one person. I wouldn't give a fuck who they is. If you bother me over anything that I feel is unnecessary, I'm going to be on your ass. Pause. Okay. All right. So anyway, man, what we talking about is Crawford now, man. Shez, what up, Bernie? Blue the hustle, man. Talk that talk. You know I will. Shout out to Bud, the GOAT of this era. Jersey, you know we cooking. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Bernie, you the best man. You a best friend a man can have. Keep it up. You a real one. That lineal belt that go back to the beginning. Exactly. 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 Lineal champ, Ring Magazine. Nah. That shit wasn't gold plate. The ring belt, the only belt that can't be bought. Any promoter can get their boxers in a in the sanctioning body rankings if they pay enough. Look at Conor being number 1 at 47. Ain't fun. I say the same thing, but you think everybody that asks Marsulios, ask that Suleiman, they ask him, they don't ask him. And you can't even get him to say that. I don't even want to ask you one more question. I'm not even gonna ask you one more question. I'm answer that question. You think these boxing outlets, all I'm saying, they too scary. I don't want to ask you no more question. How is it? I got 2 questions. How is that Conor being is number 1 at WBC? Tell me that. I don't want to hear nothing else. Tell me that. Tell me that. And then, okay, if you got an answer for that, tell me how Ryan Garcia fighting for the world championship and he coming off a loss. Tell me that. So everybody over there bothering Bud about why he didn't pay and if he didn't pay and how he ain't paying. And you look at the corruption. Look at the corruption. Then all you motherfuckers talking about, he had a contract and you the motherfuckers don't know what he said he was gonna pay. You motherfuckers don't know shit. Fuck y'all talking about. Y'all know. You know it was in the contract. He said he was gonna pay this much. You motherfuckers don't know shit. Just like Brewer was saying, y'all don't want to know. Y'all don't want to know. The man did say how many times? He didn't say he was not going to pay. He didn't say that. He said, I'm not going to pay all that. I'm going to pay you something, but not everything like that. I'm going to pay you exactly what everybody else is getting paid. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. You can't understand that? You hating ass pussy motherfuckers. You can't understand that, you goofy motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say he wasn't going to pay. He said, I'm not going to pay them everything that they say they need to get paid. I'm going to pay them what everybody else getting paid. Who are they? Who are they? And I'm telling you, they trash. And I'm giving you 2 examples. Conor being ranked number 1 by the WBC and Ryan Garcia getting a shot at the title. That make them invalid. They're garbage. You silly mother. All right. Okay, see what I'm saying? I can go up, I can go down, you understand? All right, let's get back to it. Scans Ranch, appreciate you. Salute, Bernie, you was right. Everyone, when Bud was doubted, shout out to the whole team to be a tremendous career. Man, okay, it's Shakur time. Now let's go, Shakur. Let's go, Shakur. Hey, Bernie, I was wondering who you checking in the ring at the time of Canelo fight. The security. Like I say, the security. First, they didn't, listen, man. They didn't want to let me in the ring. I know y'all I had the hat on. You see me on the bill, you see me working the pads with him in the back. You see me working the pads with him on the Jumbotron. I was just on the Jumbotron. You see my hat. You know who I am. I'm sitting right there in the corner with all the stars. Actually, I'm in the ring. I'm with the Sheik. I ain't even in the fucking audience. I'm in the ring area. You understand? I'm in the ring area. I'm next. The Sheik is over there. Magic Johnson, them sitting out in the audience. Charlize Theron sitting in the audience. Charlie Sheen sitting in the audience. Tracy Morgan, Dave Chappelle, they all sitting behind me. It's a gate separating us. Fuck. Y'all done just see me on the Jumbotron, bro? Come on now. I'm getting in the fucking ring. You motherfuckers worrying about me getting in the ring. Fuck you mean? I'm sitting right here. The crowd ain't getting in the fucking ring. It's just us. It only can be a certain motherfuckers that's in the ring that can get in the ring. Okay? They didn't stop nobody from Canelo team. Like I say, they always getting on us. Always something about it. I don't know what is it, me or the team or what. But anyway, Bud tell him, get him in the ring. Get him up here. Yes. Get him up here. So I gets in there. The Sheik is right there. Okay, he comes in the ring too. Because I'm next to the Sheik. The fuck you think I'm going to do to the Sheik? You silly motherfuckers. You think it would be me? The motherfuckers you just seen on the Jumbotron? The motherfucker you just seen ducked off over here right behind the corner? The fuck what I'm going to do to the Sheik? I remember I was walking in the lobby. I was running to something. I was going to somewhere. I was running somewhere. I came in. I was running up to my room or something. And they was walking. The Sheik and a couple other people was walking. And the motherfucker turned around and, you think I'm going to do something to the Sheik? You better wait for me to make a move, you silly motherfucker. They look like I'm bothering the Sheik. I don't give a fuck about the Sheik, bro. In that sense, to hurt him, to harm him, to anything. I don't even got nothing to say to him, low key, for real. Like, what am I asking? Nothing. He not that interested into me, far as he's a regular person. Don't nobody move me like that. I don't give a fuck about nobody like that. Like, I'm not an idolizer. I'm not a worshiper of human beings. I give them respect, but nobody. If you see me, I act like I know these motherfuckers. When I see a famous person, I act like I know them. You hear me? I'm not no fucking groupie. I'm not no fucking shit like that. I act like I know them. Who is he? Nigga, I'm somebody. Silly motherfuckers. Y'all can't tell that by now? I ain't in awe of nobody. Not one person. You hear me? Yeah, no, not one person. Shit, not one person. Nigga, it's Bernie. Motherfucker, it's Bernie. Understand that. It's Bernie. Come on now. Shit. Boy, where I been, who I am? Come on now. I ain't impressed with nothing. Feel me? None of that shit. Not your money, not your fame, not none of that. Who you is as a person, then you gonna impress me. Who you is as a person, then you gonna impress me. Huh? I move with integrity. I move with class. You hear me? I move with substance. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm gonna get on your ass, like I say, because these bums trying to mess with me, they try to test me, and I'm gonna put them right back in their place. Every single time. I ain't letting that one slide. You hear me? And every time you see me, Lord bless them. Every time them guys see me, they bow down and they say something to me. They bow down, they shake my hand. Other than that, I'm standing on business every time you see me. No, I'm not the toughest guy, but I ain't afraid of shit. You hear me? I ain't afraid of nothing. I ain't afraid to speak my mind. I ain't afraid to rumble. I ain't afraid to do none of that. You hear me? I'm going to be the same person you see on the camera in person. I ain't running, ducking, and hiding from nothing. You hear me? Everybody, if you know somebody that know me, say, Bernie been the same as my core human being. Things have changed about me, but as the core human being, I'm the same, boy, which is solid. You hear me? As a rock, granite. You hear me? Come on now. I'm lasting like the Sphinx. I'm lasting like the pyramids of Giza, boy. Hear me, huh? I'm a king, mother. And don't you ever forget it or get it twisted. All right. Kevin Stark says, what's up, Bernie? Congratulations, Bud gonna miss you, but every happy and proud of you. But very happy and proud of you. Yeah, man, that's my boy. We ain't going nowhere. He ain't gonna miss me. We was in the gym the other day. Yesterday. He's in the gym yesterday. All right. PG Big Dog says, salute, Bernie. Give Bud 100 million. That might pique his interest. I don't know. Appreciate the champ and the whole team. Made history. Great job. Appreciate you. Chris Legg says, tell him, Bernie. Stripping Dimitri Bivol, but letting Matias keep his belt. Say it again. But is they going to ask him that? Is they going to ask him that? Is they going to ask him that? These are the questions that we want to know. Strip Bivol? And y'all the best? What make you motherfuckers the best? Y'all hurry up and y'all upgraded the fight with Fulton and old boy for a WBC title. to get a check. To get a check, bro. And y'all the best? They the best? What makes them the best? Nothing. 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 That makes them the best? All right, you motherfucker. I'm telling you, I swear to Jesus. I swear to God. Can you ask them any of them questions? Nothing. Can't front, I'm a little heartbroken, but it's Team Crawford forever. Security was super weak at the fight, bro. Super weird. Yes, they was. Hover 5, setting 5. Appreciate you. Flawless victory. Big C 757. That's Virginia. 757, stand up. Say, did you miss me? Come on, you know it. Solid care every time. You had a great talent. You had great talent. I feel I got to know. He says, you had great talent. I got know how you feel. Yeah, I was pretty good. But God works in mysterious ways. Fear nothing but God and being broke. I'm telling you. Oh, they treat you bad. You ain't got no money in your pocket. They treat you bad when you got the money. Shut up. Okay, let me give you another story. About Crawford. All right. So, okay. Like I say, I'm not selling dope no more, right? I'm not selling dope no more. And so I'm not balling no more, right? I'm not balling no more. You could tell it. I don't know how it is, but you could tell it. And me, I'm definitely feeling it, right? But I didn't have no reservations over that because when I lived that life, I was looking over my shoulder. Man, I didn't escape so many, man. I was never indicted, but people around me was indicted. I didn't escape so much different shit to where I never got busted. You know what I'm saying? I done swallowed so many dope packs that don't make no sense. You feel me? I didn't been harassed so many times. Man, they didn't try to they didn't open up my gas tank. They didn't open up my hood. They didn't open up my motherfucking. They try to rip my door panels off my car, and my car just clean. They ain't got not a speck of dirt on the motherfucker, but they trying to open up my door panels. They trying to go through everything, trying to catch me with this shit, right? So anyway, I don't miss that life, right? I did it for so long, and I had a good time with it. I ain't gonna lie, it took me to a different place, put me in a different stratosphere, and you know what I mean. But again, the drawbacks of it, you know. So at any rate, I'm kind of going pillar to post right now. You know, I'm arguing with my old lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm just now working. I'm working jobs, little jobs. I never worked all my life. All I did was sell dope since I got out of high school, and so you know what I mean? I'm going through a different thing. But anyway, I put it out on the book, man. You know, my sister kind of got at me a little bit and kind of put me down and made me feel bad and put it on me that, you know, I guess I don't know how everybody was looking at me, but maybe folks was looking down on me. Say, nah, he not champ, he not balling, he don't do this no more, you know, he not whatever. Which never made me anyway, right? But anyway, all right. So I put that on Facebook, which when I had a Facebook, right? And I put a subliminal message out. And that's my only time I put my feelings out on Facebook. But I say that to say this. I put that status out. Bud called me within 5 minutes. Bud called me within 5 minutes. And I didn't say nothing. I didn't ask for nothing. I didn't do nothing. Bud called me in 5 minutes. He said, Bernard, when you get up tomorrow, come see me. Come see me tomorrow. When you get up, come see me. I said, okay, Bud. I goes over there. He gave me $10,000, man. He gave me $10,000 cash, man. $10,000 cash. I'm sitting over there. He had me a stack of money. I said, what's that, Bud? He said, take that. I said, hell no. I said, nah, man, because, you know, I'm prideful. I never asked nobody for nothing. Everything I wasn't hurting. I wasn't hurting. I was working. So I got a check coming. I know how to save a little bit. I still had a car. I'm all right. I'm all right. Bernie, all right. I done had so much shit. I done lived so much already. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You feel me? But anyway, so he give me the $10,000. I see the $10,000 stack. So I take 1,000 out. I say, I just give me 1,000. That way I can have a little nest egg. I can have that little money in my pocket. You know what I mean? And I'm working this and that. He said, man, take that. 10,000. That's my boy. That's my champ. You know what I mean? I didn't ask him for nothing. I didn't ask him. I never said you owe me. Nothing. In all his success, I never asked him for one thing, never. Never ask him in a real way. You know, I think one time I asked him, I said, give me $200. This is way past that though. He said, for what? I said, cause I just want it. He come with, here, Bernard, get the, we go to the mall. I didn't have no money. He make sure I get money. He took me out and say, Bernard, here, get you some new shoes or something, you know. You know me, when we was out in training camp, I didn't have no money. He said, Bernard, what do you want? Get wherever you want, you know. And so, like I say, give me that money, man. And everybody was counting me out. Everybody was doubting me. And like I said, I was living from, I was waiting on my apartment. So I had set up the apartment. I already paid the deposit down on it. And I was just waiting on them to fix it up and let me move in, you know what I mean? But in between that time, mama kicked me out. Old lady kicked me out. Baby mama kicked me out. Family ain't letting me come over. Nobody, you know what I mean, throwing me a bone. Nobody wants me around, whatever. They ain't trying to help me. But the champ called me and said, lay me 10 bands on me. Boy, I wrapped that money up in plastic and hid it in my truck. Boy, I took the money. I ain't touched the money. I took the money. I wrapped it up in plastic, taped it up, and I hid it. They didn't know I was carrying the bankroll with me. Shout out to Crawford. You understand? So like I say, man, you know, we go up, down, and around. You hear me? But we family. You hear me? Come on, man. Like I say. And shout out to the champ. You know, he didn't have to do that. You know, so I appreciate him so much. And, you know, man, what can I do? I can't do nothing but take my hat off of him. And like I say, once I seen this kid, I just know he was special. I knew he was champ. You know what I mean? I felt it in my heart, you know. And everywhere I went, I would tell the people about him. Everywhere I would go, I would tell the people about him. I even shopped him around to Thale Torrance. If you do your research on Thale Torrance. Thale Torrance was in the corner with Eddie Fudge. He had world champions. He did big time shit. Thale Torrance. But anyway, I say, man, you should get this guy because, you know what I mean, he ain't got nobody and we need some help. I'm trying to help. You know, we ain't got nobody to help us, and Thale Torrance is big time. He wanted to go with Sean Porter. He picked Sean Porter over Bud Crawford because, you know, Sean Porter got to carry himself well. You know, he got his father with him, and that's probably the things that, you know, that he gravitated to. But I try to tell him, man, get with Bud Crawford. Get with this guy, man. This guy going to be something, man. I ain't gonna say he regretted it, but I bet he showed enough he double thinked about it now. I bet he thought about it. Man, I should have got that kid, man. I should have worked with him. But you know, things work out. Like I say, now we got Bo. Shout out to Bo. Bo used to come in after working all them hours, man. Come in and train us. Get us in shape. Got me ready for my first fight. Got me ready for the Olympic trials. Man, Bo used to come in. So, man, like I said, they used to, man, and now they millionaires now. Now they millionaires, trainer of the year type shit. Man, shout out. I'm so happy for us, man. I'm so happy. And like I said, I appreciate all them guys because, and how much they done for me, you know. It all comes back around, you know, when I was somewhat at the top, you know what I mean? Or you know, doing really well, however it was, you know, I did little things for them. And not that I wanted nothing in return. Nothing that I wanted in nothing in return. But it just came back like that. So when you put out good, good comes back to you. You hear me? So Red used to come back, you know what I'm saying? Put some little bands in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? Slide me in, you know what I mean? Just put me to the side, throw me a little envelope, you know what I mean? Man, shout out to them boys, man, you know. Man, I'm telling you, I'm so rotten and spoiled. You know, Bo took care of me, paid for my, catered my wedding. I mean, man, let me keep all my money from my fights when I was fighting. Man, you know, they just spoiled me rotten, man. They all came together and I remember this time too. So so I was working at the Logiers, right? And somebody had stole my truck. I left the damn keys in the damn in the ignition, and somebody stole my truck. So I went to work, and I couldn't find my truck, so I had to go without my truck. So somebody took my truck and whatever, ran off in Lincoln or somewhere. Ended up crashing into a house. They ain't tear it up, but they jumped out, got away, crashed into a house. So anyway, I'm calling about my truck and see if they ever found it. They called it. They found my truck. It's in Lincoln. They want like $300 to get out the impound right. I don't know if I had the $300 or not, but I know it probably would have hurt me to give up the $300. So I calls Red. Red calls me, give me the $300. Say, Bernard, come get the money or whatever. I'll take care of it. So it gets me the $300. So I go out there and get my old truck. Old 94 raggedy old truck. Loud, rusted out, the bed rusted out, but it ran good as hell and the interior was immaculate, you know. Anyway, I still had a Stern though. I think I had a beautiful glass house or something. Or maybe that 73 Chevelle. One of them. But I had an old school to work with too. But this is just my get arounder. But anyway, so I said, I was thinking to myself, I said, you know what? I was at work. I said, I'm going to hatch this plan. I said, I'm going to reach out to the guys. I'm going to see if they help me get me a new truck. So I called them up. We met them up. I put my arms around them. And I said, hey, guys, you think we can all come together and get me a new truck? Man, they said, hell yeah, with no reservation. They didn't even look at me twice, man. They didn't say nothing. Nothing. They said, yeah. They wanted me to be in style, too. Everybody got newest trucks. Everybody got new, looking good. Man, they wanted Bernie to be one of them. So I got that beautiful old Silverado short box, man. Come on, man. I'm telling you. So, hey, it's just so, like I say, I can't do nothing but thank them guys so much. Thank God so much for putting me in position, for helping me, for working with me, for changing me, you know what I mean? And I appreciate all y'all, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that supports the kid, you know what I'm saying? And just know that I love this shit, you know what I'm saying? I love this. Without y'all, you know what I'm saying, listening, tuning, commenting, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know what I mean? This shit wouldn't go around, excuse my language, and you know what I'm saying? You're nothing without your family. You're nothing without the people. And you know what I mean? Nothing without God. So, man, I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Every single one of y'all. I'm getting to a couple more comments. Comments. I know I be talking so damn much. I be mixing my words up. I be doing all kind of shit. But this shit organic. You know what I mean? No scripts with the kid. You hear me? Never. All right. I'm saying it now. I will be at the retirement ceremony. Yes. Bernie, did you see the story about Thomas Hearns losing his house? That was sad to see. Miss weight rewarded with another belt in the next weight class. WBC be cheating. Man, we be cheating. That's what he say. You cool and cold with it, Bernie. Congrats. Appreciate you. You, Bud Bomax, should get a boxing podcast called The Goats. I got it in plan. I got a title for my boxing podcast when I do it a little bit more. I got it. I got a beautiful setup though. But me and Red though, for real. Red is a great boxingologist. Came to the boxing game late, but dedicated himself to boxing and learning the craft and everything about it. So shout out to Red. You know what I mean? One of the wonderful trainers. He goes into the mode of Bo, who's not only just no boxing, but he's a psychologist. You feel me? He's a therapist for you. He knows he's got a great psychic effect on you. So shout out to my boy Red. Okay. He said, you the realest, man. Appreciate you. Bro, y'all are all great example of great brothers and true friends. You are always with him, always hyped him up. Nothing but love for you to go. Okay. Bud's the GOAT. Love you, nephew. Appreciate you, mama. Auntie, she know. They was giving me the blues in there, doing them training camps, man. I think I cried on Auntie, man, because I say, damn, that was a different step for me, man. I'm sparring John Franklin. This guy's Army strong, man. And at the same time, man, I was smoking weed like a motherfucker, man. I was living life. I was chilling like a motherfucker, man. I hadn't locked in to be a boxer no more. I kind of gave that up, man, I wasn't performing like that in a sparring session. Boy, I come back in a sparring session, I don't look good, boy. They looking at me like, man, so disappointed in me. Say, but I know you better than that. What is you doing, man? Oh, my God. But I got it together. Definitely got it together. Bo will be back at the end of 26, 27 to come back and beat the snot out of Boots after they build him up and people start believing that Boots is real. 100 million be out. Nah, we passed that boat. That's your brother. He's going to make sure you okay. Yes, sir. Salute, Bernie the Boxer. Respect Buzz. Great career. Respect your heart and loyalty. Salute to you, Bernie. Appreciate you. Bernie the Prophet. I love it. For life and truth. Praise God. Peace to you. Blessings and understand. God be with you, Bernie. Thanks for that 10K story. Yes, sir. True story. No lie. What new fighter should we be looking for coming out of you camp? We got Carlito Galiba going up. He's going to make his pro debut probably at 126. Beautiful, wonderful boxer. Of course, you got Lester Martinez. You got Batir from the Ukraine. excuse me, he like top rank at 140 for the WBA belt. Of course, so we got Lester Martinez. He right in line for the title he on course to be Guatemala's first world champion. Saul, that's his goal. They both from Guatemala. He's not Mexican. I know we all call everybody that's Hispanic Mexican, but he's from Guatemala, okay? And he's looking to make Lester Martinez, you know what I'm saying, Guatemala's first champ. So let's make history and let, you know what I mean, I believe he can do it. God is on his side. He's a way maker. He's a mouth mover, and he's a faithful man. And Lester has all the talent and everything to do it. So let's just keep praying for it and let's make it happen. Okay, I think we're going to do that. He says, "What's next for you, B?" Nah, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm working with fighters in the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living life, man. God is blessed me, and like I say, I want to step my podcast up a little bit and go a little bit more, start going a little more, going live a little more, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. You know, that's all it is. So I can't complain. You know what I mean? Everything's going good for me. Like I said, I got God on my side. My family is doing great. I can't complain, you know. But I do want to start this podcast up. I want to go a little bit better. I keep saying that I want to take a little bit further. So I reached out to one of my guys. I'm waiting on. He's so busy. But you know what I'm saying? I reached out to him, and I got a wonderful layout, blueprint for this whole situation. And I'm just waiting. It's coming, you know. But until that time, keep watching and checking for me. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, did you miss me? Okay. All right. Yes, mama. Yes, auntie. Okay. He said that's the definition from the mud. That's right. What's with boxing people and the hats? Come on now. Now you know I'm a trendsetter. You know I'm a trendsetter with this shit. You know, they call me Buckethead Bernie. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I keep the bucket on. I keeps the bucket on. Come on. Listen, man. Now, y'all know this for a fact, boy. I'm telling you, I made a lot of way for everybody to start doing this YouTube shit. I made a way for everybody. Wasn't nobody, hardly people doing. You can count on your hand the people that was doing it. You can count on your hand the people that was doing this YouTube shit, talking this boxing shit. Huh, when I did it, now everybody think they can do it, huh? Come on now. I won't just tell the truth and shame the devil. You hear me? Come on now. But I'm the best at this shit. I'm the best at this shit. I'm the best at this. Hear me? I'm the best at this. Bernie, do you think Bud will come back to middleweight? Nah. Okay. Okay. What's up, Bernie? Has always been a pleasure to hear you. Wish Bud and the whole team the best. Appreciate you. Okay, Martinez got the rematch. No, they ducked us. They ducked us. So we're going to have to fight whoever the winner out of is. He ducked us. He ducked us. They move in Billy. However whatever kind of political thing they got, they moved that Billy into the title fight with Shiraz. They ain't want to give it to Lester. They wanted him in Billy. Maybe he had a bigger following. Maybe he had more, you know, he was in the limelight a little bit more. So he didn't lose per se. So they give him a shot. But we got the winner. That's what they said. Okay. I'll be doing a tribute video on Bud Crawford here soon. Can't wait to see it. I know Bud probably saw that Lara fight and was like, nah, man, I can't do it to him. Man, come on. Mr. Talk this shit. Yes, sir. Bud retired but can do exhibition to get paid. I wouldn't rule that out. I don't know who it would be against though. You know what I mean? Everybody want to see him in Mayweather. Why don't they do a little dance? You know what I'm saying? But Floyd, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. He wouldn't bless us that much. You know what I'm saying? It'd be great to see them guys in there. You know what I'm saying? Actually, they never even sparred. You feel me? Everybody going there and spar with Floyd. But Crawford never even sparred with him. Not that I know of. Shiraz cool, but he shouldn't have got the shot. Lester deserved the rematch, but then Billy don't want it. The smoking. Yep. I got my I Am the Belts t-shirt and hoodie. Yes, sir. Okay, so anyway, man, listen, man. I ain't going to hold y'all too much, man. It's been a wonderful 88 minutes. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate, do the like, do the subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Keep catching up with me. You know, I'm going to go again here, talk more boxing, man. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Crawford and hung him up, man. Said y'all gonna miss him when he's gone. Said you gonna miss him when he's gone. But let's celebrate him, you know. Go on your YouTube. Go watch his fights. You know, go check him out. Go back to the beginning, man. You know, it's a wonder. Go through the years, his evolution, and all that good stuff, man. So appreciate everybody in the chat again. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Said, and I'm gone. Said, I'm gone, I'm gone.